Alright. So, last we left off, we had a bit of tension around the table as we sat down with the two representatives from House Jarosco, Shapiro and Onus, uncovering some of their secrets, that there are definitely multiple levels of House Jarosco, of Inner Circle, that are trying to discern and discover problems in the shadows. We learned that there are multiple operatives of Jarosco that are Warforged or Steelborn, most notably Josu Keeling, who is heading the operation. We learned that it was the intention to send a explosion device in with you to the Moon Mother, and that sometimes measures were to be taken to ensure the safety of the realm, as they put it. Obviously, that did not go down well as you were the ones being expended, um, but they stuck to their guns and were convinced that a small sacrifice was worth the greater good on their behalf. But the fact that you were sitting there and had made it out alive was a testament to your own abilities as adventurers. That still not sitting well went down the path of you were to not cut ties with House Jarosco, but you were to be your own entities, your own party, uh, separate from them. You were going to go your different directions in the morning and still fight the same fight. As it was revealed that there was something coming. Something Artuno had discovered at the house, the Hall of a Thousand Mirrors. Something that House Jarosco is putting all of its resources in to try and stop. Something connected with the portal slash gate slash ritual that was happening in the Moon Mother's cavern. This obviously sparked a few thoughts to come from Hera, which she's not shared with the party as of yet, but managed to draw about 80 drawings of something she was trying to get out of her head before going to sleep. A little bit obsessive, a little bit mad. Um, the morning came, though, and you parted ways. Shapiro and Onus, who did mention that he was in debt to Shapiro and owed him his protection. Definitely something beneath the surface there that you couldn't quite read, but gave Ghost a bit of a knowing nod, and they went off to get the skyship from Whitecliff. While you awoke, saw Vargir go off to New Throne down the river, and you teamed up with Garunda, the investigative goblin, and his phase spider Leclerc. So, being morning, you start heading out into the jungle. And I would like someone to roll me a d12, please.
4.
Cool. Let me just open my notes.
I like how he was like, I need one person to roll a d12, and I'm pretty sure we all rolled a d12.
Then you just get to decide who pulls out the number.
Yeah, you got to call someone out, Reese. Otherwise, he's just going to get 4 numbers.
Yeah. That's okay. What was that? A 4? Okay.
Yes.
So back on the path again. Moving out into this jungle, Garunda seems to know which direction he's heading, but you can tell that occasionally he'll stop and look around and check the sky, and it's not dense jungle at this point. It's still because you're at the bottom of a mountain basically, but it's starting to get a bit more thick and dense. But there's still a kind of clear path. You can tell that there are roads that have been built here in the past and stuff, but they're a little bit overgrown. He stops every now and then and takes a look around and then continues. Is there anything anyone would like to bring up with the party, with Garunda, on this first couple of hours of the journey?
So how long is it going to take us to get there?
You kind of catch up to him. You're running on Envy, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of catch up to him and Leclerc. And Leclerc very inquisitively checks out Envy and starts prodding it with one of its legs and stuff as you're kind of moving along. Oh, by my estimates, we should be there by just past nightfall. Not too much of a journey.
Nice and easy then.
Well, it kind of looks around. Let's hope so.
Well, we're not exactly the quietest travelers, I apologize.
Oh, that's all right. It's not exactly the quietest place in the world. You hear the birds moving around and the insects chirping, and
Is there anything you've heard of that we should expect when we get there? Other than what you told us already, of course.
well, that's what I'm not too sure about. An old facility that was used pre-war. It was said that there was research done there. Maybe housed a few of House Jarosco themselves, but by my knowledge, I don't know who's left. I don't know what the operations are. Do you know anything about it? You seem to be having a conversation with two elves yesterday.
House Jarosco representatives. They, apparently it used to be a facility one of their colleagues was doing some research in, so
Ah,
we're hoping he left something behind.
you see him kind of furrow his brow, and he goes, "Yeah, they might have had a good inside scoop. Well, next time, let me know who you're talking to, and I might join along."
They told us as much as they could.
I see.
We're all walking into a mystery here.
And who was it that you were talking to exactly? Two representatives from Jarosco here? I thought you were Jarosco's representatives here.
They were all right home, but we decided to follow along with you and take further investigations.
Interesting. Got any names? You see
Yep.
he's pulled out his notepad and pen.
Yep. Keeps writing.
Nah. Hear him make a grunting sound and puts it away. You continue on for a little bit more. Hera and Molokov, you trailing at the back. No one's leaving you behind. But being on foot, you will be towards the back of the party. Can one of you give me a survival check, please?
Are any of us actually good at that?
I don't know.
I have a +2.
Nice.
It's a +5 to survival.
So, in answer to your question, yes, Hera is.
Which doesn't make any sense. How the hell is Hera?
Got survival skills.
Hey,
The most likely to blow herself up.
She survived some shit.
Yeah. If anything, she's survived death quite a few times.
And survive being Hera. That's a 16.
A 16. Nice.
Yeah.
You see on, you're kind of going through a kind of a cleared path. You do see off to the side some roots on the ground. And they kind of give off a kind of bluish hue if you look at them in a certain light. You identify this as Riot root.
Hold up, Monica. see that over there?
Put your glasses down. You can see the bluish tinge to it as well. With a survival roll like that, you know that Riot Root can gain temporary hit points. Basically, it gives a bit of a boost to your kind of fervor.
Yes. Molokov, come. Guys, hold on, just 1 second, please. Can you use your strong arm to pull some of these roots out?
Sure, whatever you say. What are they useful, or do you just don't like the tree?
No, they're very good. They're like a vitality, almost a boost. You know, bit of life into your system. I think. Chew on the roots.
Complain about a boost. I'll try and rip out as much as I can, as cleanly as I can.
Nice. Can you give me a strength check, please?
Oh, thing. That's a 16 plus, I think, 3 or 4. 2 seconds. Guess who didn't get their character sheet up? I also don't have my notebook. This is the session
Left it
where
in
I'm actually at
Romania.
home. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You get down, you kind of like need to get your claws into the dirt a little bit to get a good grip on it. Get a knife out and start yanking it, and you see every time you do it, like gives a flash of blue, and it kind of almost reflects across the sea of roots that are in front of you. But with another tug, it comes out, and you hold in your hand some riot root.
Hand it over to Hera to put in the infinity bag.
This will be quite useful, I'm sure. I will have to prepare it before we ingest it, but thank you. I appreciate it.
As you put it in your bag, Hera, you hear something whistle past your ear. And then 2 seconds later, you see another whistle past your ear as a spear hits into the tree beside you. And then from the north of you, you all hear yup, 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 yup. And we're going to roll initiative.
It's that little knoll-like yips that I hear.
No, they're not.
Will be gnolls in the bush.
Knoll in the bush is worth 2 in the hand.
As you look up and these creatures that almost resemble plants themselves are standing up on the ledge.
Yikes.
It's Dornica when you need him.
And I will give you an insight of what they look like. 2 seconds.
Is there a way to open the chat window of Discord and have the...
You can pop the video chat out
Oh, yeah.
and then just arrange your windows however you want to do it.
Pop out.
And I think if you
nice.
right click it, you can, well, I can't remember. There's a way to make it stay always on top. Yeah, a little pin, I think.
Oh my god.
Right.
As they stand to the top of this ledge, all going yo, 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 with all these spears as they almost kind of giving a warning after you've picked this route out. And then like another spear comes down to you here and flies past. Suddenly everyone else notices this coming on, all this noise coming, and the the spears flying, and so we are going to roll for initiative.
Eight.
Hold on. 8, nice. Molotov.
7.
Oh no.
4.
Hera?
Not there.
5. Puck, please give us a double digit.
18.
18.
There he is. There he is.
Garunda. Oh, 13. Look at
So,
that. Okay. Cool. So, as they start throwing these spears and kind of Tuscan Raider yelling, holding them above them, Puck, you turn on Swiftscale and see these veggie pygmies up on the cliff, starting to rain spear fire down on you.
Where am I? I'm at the front. Okay, cool. Yeah, I probably just look at the closest one. So they're up. How high is that cliff? Sorry.
That is 10 feet.
I'm probably just going to steady aim and shoot this one closest to me.
Sure. Roll to hit.
That's pretty good. That to hit is a with the rapier. Sorry, with the crossbow. That's a 28 to hit.
That'll definitely hit.
That'll
Go
do
for
it?
damage.
Okay. Plus sneak attack because I steady aimed.
Huh?
Oh gosh. Okay, that is no joke. That is. Hang on. I don't know if you can see. Oh, I don't know if shut up. There are 3 6s
Nice.
plus 6, so 24. 24 points of piercing.
Nice. You steady aim, and the crossbow bolt just rips straight through this thing. It's almost like you get a twig and whip it across some grass, and you just see it splatter out, and it dies.
Great.
Don't you have an extra d6 to your sneak attack now?
No, not a
3d6 sneak attack plus 1d6 crossbow?
Oh, it's dead anyway. I'll check that. You might be right.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I've put it down wrong. It is 3d6. Yeah, I didn't. I rolled 1 too few. Cool. And then Puck is just going to stay on Swift Scale and just move maybe to the middle of the. Yeah, probably move to protect Hera.
Nice. You
And yeah, that'll be my turn.
love it. At the... Now, when's that going to happen? Okay. Garunda will spin around and go, oh, good grief! What the heck are those things? Alright, here! And he will hit on the clear, and they will phase out. Which brings us to the Veggie Pygmies. They will... Veggie Pygmies. They will look over and see one of them that has fallen and move into its spot. And then they will start going, yup, 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 and start throwing some spears down. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's basically going to be 2 throws per person and 1 throw at Ghost. Oh, actually, we'll go 1 throw at Hera because she's being protected. So Molotov, you are up first. We've got a 14 and a 12.
Both miss.
Both miss. Next up is Puck. Oh, definitely not. We've got a 9 and a 6.
Yeah, miss.
Hera, just 1. That is a 16.
yep, that'll do it.
So that is 6 points of piercing damage.
Ooh, oh.
And then Ghost. Oh, yes, we got a 22 and a 18.
Oh, they both. Wait, Envy can do something on this, right?
Possibly. These are coming
How
at
do I
you.
play it? Yep. Within 5 feet of it prior to the attack roll is against a creature other than the defender. Yep, so I'll impose disadvantage on the 22.
The lower roll is it's a 19.
Yep, both hit.
So 6 and 5. So that is 11 points of piercing damage.
Yes, sir.
And that brings us to you, Ghost. You're up. As these spears are now just flying in every which direction.
God, can someone just deal with that? I'm gonna cast a fairy fire
Oh, very nice.
right about. I think there. I can only get 3 of them. That's all right.
Yep.
It's a dex save for those 3.
1, 2, 3. Well, one's a natural 20. Then we've got 11 and 6.
Fail. Pass, fail.
How do I... There we go. What colour do you want?
We like pinkish, purpley, red, whatever's going. Nice.
There we go.
Then I'm going to pull out my gun, back up, and sick him. Get Envy to sort of. Oh, can we run up this cliff? Let's find out.
So it'll take 10 feet of movement.
Yeah, heaps. Got heaps of movement. That's okay. Envy's gonna run up the top here, attack this one.
Nice. Go for it.
Make a bite. 16 on the dice, plus 5, I think.
That will... Yes, that'll hit.
19 or 21.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Plus 7. Look at that. 23. Ooh, for 9 points of force damage.
9. This one here?
Yep.
Nice. Envy just takes a chunk out of this creature and then spits it out as it is just organic green. Not something Envy would eat.
Is this like low shrub here? Can I get some partial cover in that?
You can try. You can certainly try.
Yeah, cool. I'll tuck myself into there.
Love it. Malakov.
Right. I think you said 10 feet of movement up that little cliff face.
Sure do.
There we go. 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, in between these two. I'll take advantage of the advantage and I'll swing at the north one
Nice.
with my fist.
With your beast.
So that's, excuse me, a 19 to hit.
19 will hit. Go for damage.
I think a D8 for him. So that's just 5 points of thunder damage, and I will swing at him again.
Go for it. Still with advantage.
So that's a 26 to hit.
Yes.
And 8 points of thunder damage.
And that'll be enough to take him out.
Woo! Still got a bit of movement. I think I'll stay where I am though.
All
Head
right.
back towards the one to the south.
Nice. Right at the bottom. Here.
Yeah, I suppose. Down here from now. Put the root stuff the root into my bag and pull the wand out. And then the one in front of Molokov's been injured. You just had that one.
No, he just killed one that's disappeared. This one is full health.
Yeah, okay. But that one's been bit by envy.
Yes. This one here. Yeah.
I'll cast Toll the Dead on that one.
Nice.
So that's a Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. I don't think these guys are very wise. It's a 4 on the dice, so Wisdom. Oh, +1, 5.
For 4 necrotic damage.
4 necrotic damage is enough. You see the roots just turn black and wither, and then just start crumpling like they've been on fire, and he's gone.
Okay.
Oh, look, it's a Gandalf.
I think I will sort of see what Ghost is doing, knowing that these guys are going to be probably chucking some more spears. I'm also going to try and just like get into the thicket of the jungle, I guess.
Yeah, nice.
Get behind some trees and some leaves and stuff. Just
As you and Ghost kind of squeeze in and kind of pull some leaves and stuff over you, you do see the kind of dull blue, almost wave of the Riot root that you pulled up before you hear it groaning. And you see the root start twisting around anyone that is in this green area, which is Ghost and Hera. Can you both make me strength saves, please?
Yes, sir.
we just stay behind Puck.
State of my rolling carry currently.
Brilliant.
You gotta roll one of the dice.
Roll the dice, Gandalf.
Come on. You decide. Which one? No, we're gonna sit.
Just gonna lie down.
Okay. Yeah, you can stay there. That's perfectly fine. I'll roll over here. Or was that a strength save?
Strength save, please.
Zero. That's a 13 for me.
Mm-hmm.
I might as well, so +0, so that'll be a 2.
Right, so you are both restrained.
Oh. Hey, Munchkin, you're so spicy today.
And as the vines tighten, you feel the movement coming from the bush behind you as a shambling mound of leaves appear.
No.
Shambling, indeed.
Ooh, I was meant to make a concentration check earlier. Oh no, that was before.
You haven't
I cast
taken any
the spell.
damage.
Yep.
As it rises up and starts slowly making its way towards you, has only a 20-foot movement, but that's okay because here is in range. It'll move right up next to Hera. And it'll take makes 2 slam attacks. So it's going to try and slam you. Right, not great. We've got a 14 and an 18.
14 is my AC.
Oh, so 2 hit?
Yeah, let's silvery barbs the 18.
Sure. Oh, there we go.
A
That's
red flash and a
that's
yelp
12.
from. What are you doing, you little silly bully?
4.
No, 12.
12. Okay, no. 12.
So only
That is better.
one slam hits.
Excuse me,
Yeah.
I need a D8. Thank you.
That is 13 points of bludgeoning damage. If both attacks hit, which they didn't, okay, you were not engulfed.
Cool.
But that is top of the round done. So, Puck, you are up. As you hear from behind you the moving and shaking of the shrub and bush, and then you just hear a yelp come out from here as this thing slams down some vines.
Yeah, little. And the cat turn around. Yeah, better go help. Puck is going to just head straight in, and he's going to lash out with the rapier this time.
Nice. Start cutting some grass.
Yeah,
Like it's a Sunday morning.
Yeah, okay. That is a natural 20.
Very nice.
So that is a lot. Okay, so that's 8 plus. So it's 24 plus a roll. 24, 7. 24, what does that make it? 31 plus 31, 36 points of combined damage types, I guess, for sneak attack as well.
Let me just quickly. It's not lightning damage.
No.
That's fine then.
It's just like normal damage.
You just start cutting through these vines and bits are falling off all over the place.
And I guess I'm also just going to use my bonus action to take a shot with the crossbow, hand crossbow.
Love it. Go for it.
That's a natural 1, but I am a very lucky boy. And that's
Hold on, that's about to jam.
Yeah, he sees like there's like a couple of leaves that have got caught in the mechanism, sort of shakes it out for a second. So that's an 11, which makes the attack a 19 to hit.
19 will hit, yes.
And that is... Sorry. There it is. 11 points of piercing.
Nice. Starting to cut into this creature. Anything else you would like to do?
No, I think not. I was going to... problem is I can't like help. Oh, can I pull Hera on my turn? I guess I've taken an action and a bonus action though. So probably
yeah,
not.
I would say no.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. That brings us to the Vigipygmies. And they have things to play with. So they're going to run in to Molokov and run into Envy. So that is going to be 3 attacks on you, Molokov, with their claws.
20 to beat.
20 to beat.
Yeah.
You bastard. What have I got on my claws? +4. Okay, that's not too bad. 2 19s and a 12, so 2 will hit. That was on the dice,
No.
sorry.
Oh, right.
And +4, so that'll
Yeah,
get it to 23. 2 23s.
Yeah. Just wondering whether I don't think I'll use shield. That goes through.
Alright. That is 10 points of slashing damage.
That for now.
Then we move over to Envy, which is 2 attacks. We get an 8 and a 13. No, neither. They
Both
try
miss,
and
yeah.
scratch the metal outside of Envy and just to no avail. But that is them done, so it will be your turn, Ghost. You are unfortunately restrained until the end of your turn. You can make another save.
Yeah, cool. Damn it. What do I shoot?
Sorry, my
Oh,
mistake.
buddy.
You can use an action to try and get out.
Of course. Screw it. I'm gonna shoot it.
Yeah, sure. You can shoot when restrained.
I think I can. It's still at disadvantage, though, isn't it?
I believe so, yes.
Which is really lame. That's okay. We'll give it a shot. That is plus 7 to hit, so 19.
19 will hit. You going for the big guy?
I am going for the big guy.
Nice.
Now it'd be time to roll a 10 on a d10. Nope, 7. 11 points of piercing damage.
Very nice.
And Envy's just gonna make a bite attack against the fluffy one. Ooh, thank God for advantage. 18 to hit.
18 will hit. The veggie pygmy? Yes.
The veggie pygmy, the fairy fired one.
Yep.
Oh, that is so lame. 4 points of damage.
Nice. It's something. You rip an arm off or something. Anything else?
So she wrote.
All she wrote. Cool. So you're not expending an action to try and get out?
I've used my action.
Of course.
Not bad then.
That moves us to Molokov. Do you survey back to the battlefield? This thing is attempting to engulf Hera.
Yeah, it really is. Which Molokov will not be able to ignore. So I think sort of looking over his shoulder, keeping the shield up against that, he sort of pushes the pseudo dragon's head out of the way of one of the barrels, pulls a chain, and I'm going to say 4 missiles shoot out at the thing across the battlefield.
I love it.
I will upcast a magic missile. So first 2 deal 5 plus 2, 7 damage plus 7 damage, so 14 total.
Nice. They up into the air like flares, and then they come down and. Is it just magical damage or is it fire damage?
It's force damage.
Force damage. Cool.
I think.
Boom, 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 boom. You see it like shake this thing. A couple of bits of leaves and vines fall off it. Good shot.
And then I'll pull back, pull another chain. The runes light up, and I'll get myself some temp HP as a bonus action.
Nice.
And turn back towards these dudes swarming me.
Yes. All right.
That's it.
What secrets are they telling you?
Yeah, they were trying to talk to you guys.
Yeah, that's not how headphones work. Hello. That's Hera, it's your turn.
Yeah, okay. Ooh. Ooh.
So you're restrained. You can use an action to try and get out.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yes.
Oh, I'm just sitting right here.
So your speed becomes 0. Attack rolls against you have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. The creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
So attack rolls have disadvantage.
And they do, unfortunately.
And what is it? Strength check to get out. Strength save.
It'll be a strength check to get out, yes. DC 15.
That's a bit cool. I suppose I could do. Yeah. I'll sort of look down towards the roots around me and sort of think about trying to get out. Know that I'll sort of struggle, thinking maybe I'll better to wait for help to pull me out, sort of thing. Fuck, I can't take another smack like that. I'll start sort of whispering under my tongue and aim my hands down towards the ground and start draining like this green sort of mist out of some of the roots and plants around me and pulling the life out of them. And I'm going to cast false life on myself.
Oh, nice.
I think I'm going to do it at third level. I'll gain 16 temporary hit points.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you feel the life essence from these roots just start almost doing that swirl that smoke does up into your hands, and then you just feel your life kind of temporarily boost.
Sort of pull the energy back into myself. And then right. Yeah, no, I think that's all I'll do. I'll just sort of try and regain myself and stand my ground a little bit.
Nice. Cool. As you do, the roots again start tightening, and I'm going to need you guys already restrained, so I'll need Puck to make a strength saving throw, please.
Sorry, strength save. +0. 18.
18 is enough. So as these vines start moving, you move around and kind of pull yourself out of them. But that will bring us to its turn, and it will make... You're cutting it up pretty bad. It's going to make
Through the hedge.
Yeah, two attacks on you, Puck. 2 slams.
Yep.
Right, so we have an 18 and a 21.
They will both hit.
Both hit. So... 13.
The 21 wasn't a natural 20, was it?
No, it wasn't, no.
Cool. I'm going to use Uncanny Dodge on the first one.
Oh, sure. So it slams down, you dodge out of the way, but the second one does come in.
Oh, no, it still hits. It's just half damage.
Oh, half damage, cool. So, sorry, that'll be 15 bludgeoning total.
Cool.
If both attacks hit a creature, the creature is grappled. And the Shambling Mound uses its Engulf. So, as these 2 hits, you do kind of uncanny dodge out of it to get rid of most of the blow, but the vines still do a bit of a wrap around you. Engulfs meaning creature by grappling it. The engulfed target is blinded, restrained, and unable to breathe. It must succeed on a Constitution saving throw at the start of each of the mound's turns, or take damage. If it moves, you move with it. Okay, so at the start of its next turn, you will make the save. So yeah, dodge out of the way. These vines are going everywhere, but they kind of just quickly come up around you, and they kind of start going around your throat and your face, and you realize that you quickly can't breathe. So it is your turn.
Yep.
Let me just check. That's Constitution save. Oh yeah. Escape. You can escape it by using an action.
Okay, I am going to do that.
Yep.
So I suppose like thematically, Puck is like cutting with the rapier right in front of him to try and get some of this off, and he's going to try and pull away.
So that is a. Doesn't it says the DC? It doesn't say what check it would be. Let's go with a. Let's go dexterity check.
Dex, yep.
It says the target is grappled. Escape DC blank.
Yeah, that's a 15 total.
Oh, you needed a 14. So you cut and cut and cut, and then one thing just falls off your mouth, and you are no longer restrained or blinded or not breathing.
All right, thematically, Puck jumps back, obviously not like out of range. Puck, can I take Swiftscale's turn?
Yes, you can. They're kind of one and the same.
Yeah, Puck's going to jump off Swiftscale and get Swiftscale to grab Hera.
Yep.
And I'll let you choose Hera if you want. If this is okay with you, Matt.
Yep.
Oh, Matt, sorry. Wow, that's
not wrong, DM.
If you want Swiftscale maybe to try and pull you out or to assist you on your turn.
Ooh.
If that's okay with you, please.
Yeah. It'll be a strength.
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably still stronger than I would be, I'd say. So if he wants to try and pull me out, that at least frees me up an action and a bonus action.
I would say Swiftscale would probably, with the instruction, just start pulling, and so go for the check rather than waiting for Hera's command, be like, yep, pull now, kind of thing.
So Puck's going to like slap it on the rump. It's going to go with those big back claws, just like cutting into part of it and grab and just start pulling.
Yep.
And
so strength check.
Strength check. I've just got to get thingies up. What is your strength Swiftscale? 12. That is a 10 total.
10, not quite enough. But Hera, you do see that this dinosaur is trying to assist you.
Yeah, definitely terrified.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's not enough. Yep, cool. All right, and then that was my action to get out.
Correct.
What are my bonus action options? Nothing. Dash, disengage, and hide. Don't think any of those are particularly helpful. Disengage isn't bad because I can start shooting it and not get swallowed again. Yeah, I'm going to disengage. So Swiftscale, I suppose, theoretically is going to stay there and keep helping Hera.
Yep.
But I'm just going to move back to Ghost with a disengage action and some movement.
Yep. Remembering that the green area will cause you to make a save at the top of the round.
Sorry, what green area?
Any green area around here.
Oh, as in like the grass. Okay,
Yes,
sorry.
yeah.
I thought there was like a thing. Yeah, okay, well, I'll just move to the end.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, ready, like next to Ghost and just start lining up the crossbow.
Nice.
That'll be my turn.
I just didn't want to be the person that was like, actually, if you had moved one more square, like.
Yeah, no. I think I must have missed it before when I went to get some more coffee.
So that comes to the Veggie Pygmies' turns, and guess what? They're going to attack. They've swarmed, they found their target. That's 3 attacks on Molokov with your bloody AC of 20. Oh, nice. Another. So 23, 18, and 17. So 23 comes through. That is 5 points. 6 points of psychic damage.
Cool.
And then we'll go 2 attacks on Envy. That one's a natural 1, and the other one is a 12 total.
Both miss.
Both
AC
miss.
15.
Again, scratch, to no avail. But that does bring us to Ghost, as the vines are tightening, but you do sense Puck coming up around you.
Don't suppose you can set those things on fire. I'm just gonna shoot it again.
Nice. Disadvantage?
Ew. Still not bad. That's the same roll as last time. 19 to hit.
19 to hit, that'll hit.
For 9 points of piercing damage.
Nice. Another bullet rips apart some of the vines.
Yep, Envy's just going to keep striking as well. We're not up to too much different here.
Yep.
17 on the dice, 24 to hit.
That'll hit. On the glowy one?
That's the one. Full damage, 8 plus. All these things are in different places. Plus 3. 11 points of force damage.
That's enough. Tear them apart.
Yes.
Very good. Anything else from the Artificer?
That's it. I've
Alright.
run out of ideas. I should have been more prepared for the forest.
Moving to the Artificer. Molotov, you're up.
Nope.
Buttons.
There we go. Got there in the
That's
end.
the wrong button.
Buttons. Right, in that case. Oh, we're not getting many hits off on this guy. I think. I want to at least get one of them before I try that. Yep, I'm just gonna start wailing on one of these guys. I'll go for the one to the north.
Sure, go for it.
Actually, to be fair, I will. Oh, no, I won't. I'll just go for a normal swing. So that's an 18 to hit
That'll hit. Go for damage.
for a 10 points of thunder damage.
Nice. Smack into it, and it kind of crumbles to the ground before pulling itself up. It's just hanging on.
Lovely. And that second hit is a 23 to hit.
That'll hit, and that'll take it out.
Wonderful. And now I'm going to pull another chain, give myself some temp HP,
Yeah.
and then I am going to run away.
just back to camp.
No, I'm going to run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, since that costs one more. I'm just running towards my friends.
Yep. That'll be 2 opportunity attacks on you.
Sure will.
It's an 18 and a fudge 19.
It will miss.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, Hero, you're up.
Okay. I am gonna see this dinosaur struggling to get me out and think that I need to try a little harder myself, perhaps. So I'm gonna try and get out of the bushes.
Yep, that is a strength check.
Natural one.
Natural 1. You almost tug, and I don't know if you've ever done like hardcore weeding, but you tug and you almost pull a muscle trying to tug the weed out of the ground, and that kind of causes you to reflex back into it, and they tighten a little bit more.
In that case, I am just going to use my bonus action. And sort of, I'll drop down to a knee and then start muttering under my voice and waving my hand in a circle, and this sort of mist and sort of spectral imaging starts floating and coming around me in a 10-foot circle, or 10-foot radius, I suppose. And I'm going to cast Spirit Shroud as a bonus action.
Nice.
So I can't move from there, but I can at least hold it in its place. And it's usually sort of like calling forth the spirits and stuff. So it's usually like half sort of ghostly figures holding, and that's sort of what I imagine should be there. But it's it's like little spectral tentacles coming up and wrapping into the leaves and holding it in its place.
Can other people see this?
Yes, yeah.
Cool. Yep.
So whenever I do an attack, it deals an extra 1d8 damage to it. But in addition, any creature of my choice that I can see that starts its turn within 10 feet of me can have its speed reduced to 10 feet, or by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
So can you, was that you can see? So what you
Yeah.
said? You're blinded.
No. He's
I'm
not.
not-
He's just restrained.
I'm not engulfed, I'm just restrained.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
Yeah.
my bad. My bad.
That's why I needed to do it now.
Yeah,
before
no, makes sense. Sorry, I think I just thought it was the same thing that happened to me. Yep.
But that's all I can do because I am stuck.
Okay. So top of the round. Swift scale. Can I get a strength save from it, please?
Yep. That is a 19.
19. Nice. It is light on its feet and pulls itself out of the vines. But two slam attacks are going to come into Kira. It's not going to move as it's got its prey in its sight. Not a very mobile monster, but that's okay. We're going to go 2 attacks to you, Dale. Oh no, one's a natural 20 and one is a 16.
Yeah, I'm gonna help out on that natural 20.
Okay.
Yeah, let's cast Silvery Barbs again.
Okay. That's still going to be a 14.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to cast Shield.
Nice.
Use a reaction. And I'll sort of see it coming down. And I'm controlling these sort of tentacles, and I'll almost bring one up, and it'll just be like a big one sort of pops up in front of me and just goes and disintegrates in front of the slams.
Nice. So that'll be both attacks, won't it? Because it increases your AC for the turn.
Yes, it makes my AC up to. How much does it increase your AC by?
5, I
Oh,
think.
yeah. So yeah, it'd put my AC up to 19.
19, yeah. Both attacks, bang, bang, and you see a tentacle whip up and knock one out of the way, and then you almost feel a kind of a breath on your neck behind you as another tentacle comes up and blocks the second strike, causing you no damage and no effect. I think it will take a movement then up here. So it can only move 10 feet, is that correct? Halving its movement?
Its speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Yeah, so that'll be down to 10 feet, so it's going to move there. Cool. Puck, you're up.
Stupid. Everyone getting caught up in everything. I think I kind of just have to do damage to this thing, and everyone's got to sort themselves out.
Okay.
Because otherwise, this battle's never going to end.
So you see it now. It's kind of like tried to attack Hera. It's getting these things that are normally which are spirits, which have become these tentacles that are coming up that Hera's now summoning. It's obviously realized that this prey is too hard. It can't pin it down, and so it's starting to move itself around to Ghost.
Yep. I'm just gonna shoot it.
Pew pew.
Damn, that's a really bad. That's a 2. So that first shot will miss, I assume, because that'll make it like 11.
And 11 does miss, yeah.
Yep, and I'll bonus action shoot again. That's a 9 plus 9, so 18.
18 will hit. Go for damage.
And I'll pump the sneak attack into that.
Nice.
Just means I need another dice. Man, that is insane. That is 3 1s and a 3.
Ooh.
So it's 6. It's 12 points of piercing.
Yeah, the arrow
That's
kind of
not
just gets
bad.
engulfed in, still cutting up, but not to the extent you wanted it to. But at least you're doing damage to it this turn.
Oh my gosh, that's so frustrating. Um, okay. I don't think I can really do anything else.
You got Swift Scale.
Yeah, Swift Scale. Okay, yeah, Swift Scale's going to just try and pull Hera out again.
Yep, sure. Go for a strength check.
17.
Nice. Hera, as you kind of pull up these shields and kind of are focused on this thing moving away from you, you feel a tug from behind you, thinking another attack is coming in, but it is Swift Scale yanking you out, and it snaps the vines, and you are no longer restrained.
As to the people.
But that's you done, Huck.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. The Veggie Pygmies will align themselves and throw some spears at Molotov. No. Both just whiz past you. I guess what they will do then is chase you. And another one will go for Envy. That is a 19 to hit. 4 points of slashing.
Sweet.
And that takes us down to Ghost himself.
Yes, and me. I keep forgetting about the other condition of silvery barbs, where I can give advantage to somebody, and I would have given it to myself on that last casting.
So you can do a straight roll.
I'm gonna try. No, I'm gonna try break myself out of this restraint.
Sure. It's a strength check, please.
It is indeed. I rolled a 2 and a 3.
And the vines pull you in as this thing starts looming over you. It's pulling itself up, ready to slam down.
Not a worry. Yep, and I'll back. We'll get Envy to jump down and guard next to Molotov and take a bite at this one, but attack of opportunity from this one, obviously.
Yes, that will definitely attack with opportunity for a natural 20.
Ooh.
It's okay. They're just claws. That's 12 points of slashing.
Gross. Yep, and make a bite on this one north of Molotov.
Yeah, go for it.
That's not as good. That is a 9 plus 7. That's still fine. 16.
That'll hit.
Stay in the dice tray. 7 points of force damage.
Nice. Take a chunk out of it.
That's all I got. Damn it, I
She
fucking
won't.
hate this.
Molotov, as you hear Ghost verbally cussing the vines, these things have now come up to you.
Yep. I think what I'll do first is take a swing at the one that's just had a bite taken out of it.
Uh-huh.
Come on, buddy. That's a 13 plus 21
That'll hit.
to hit. And we have one of those ones with a 7 points of thunder damage.
That'll take it out.
Yay. That's one less opportunity attack when I run
Run away.
east. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slots to get to the thing. So I'm going to try and run right up. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to try and run right up in the face of this thing.
All right.
Right up next to, in between Ghost and Swift Scale.
Yep. Do you want me to move it?
Ah, yes, please.
There you go.
Struggling there. Yep, perfect. And I will use my second attack on the big guy.
Go for it.
Let's use another dice. We haven't used you in a minute. That's a dirty 20
That'll hit.
for 6 points of thunder damage.
Nice. A new combatant enters the arena and boom! It is. If it had an expression, it would be concerned that it's getting surrounded. But that does bring us to Kira, if you're done.
Ah, yeah, sorry. Yep.
I am going.
You're not
to-
restrained.
I'm not restrained. So I will back myself up around to there. Sort of between Ghost and Molokov, so that I'm still close enough just to be in range with my spirits. I think I'm just gonna cast. It's gonna be very wise. I think I'm just gonna cast a Toll the Dead on him.
Sure. Wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
Woo! That's a 4.
4. That will not save. It's time for you to ring the bell, I think. Well, that's not great. 13 points of damage.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, the spell reverberates up, and you see the leaves just starting to fall off with the necrotic energy.
But unless I think, yeah, that's going to be all. Yep, that's all. That's all.
May I suggest you continue moving? But that's all you.
Let me think about it. But I suppose I want to get off the grass, but then he won't be in range of my.
I think it will be. Move back one. Yeah, because this is technically still his square.
Yeah, our squares are touching. Okay. Yeah, I will back up next to Puck then.
Nice.
Ding,
Probably
ding,
to be fair. Turn and look at the other two little things around us. Just check our surroundings, see what else is coming, sort of thing.
Sure. Check your surroundings, and the vines start crunching again. Molokov, this is the first time you've experienced it. We'll have strength saves from you and Swift Scale, please.
9 from Swiss Scale.
It's only a 13.
A 13.
Oh, sorry. What kind of? So what sort of check is it? Sorry.
A strength save.
Okay, yeah, that's correct.
Let me just see if my saves. I don't think my save's any different. I think I'm con and intelligence. Give me just a second. Oh, I do have the cloak of protection, so it's a +5, so it's a 14.
That's still not enough,
In
sorry.
fact, I know. I figured.
As Swift Scale and Molokov become restrained in place of Hera getting out. And oh, now it's got a choice. But I think it was getting shot by Ghost. It doesn't really see Molokov as a threat just yet. So 2 slams are coming to you, Ghost. Okay, I'm definitely keeping that dice. That's a natural 20 and 15 for a 21.
Oh.
Think he's frozen? Oh, there, here we go.
Can you hear me?
We can, yes.
Oh, cool. My symbol was staying on the screen. I wasn't sure if it was working. Yeah, no, there's nothing I can do about it.
Okay, so the 2 attacks come through. So that's 28 points of bludgeoning damage. Taking him right out of the game. There
Still
you are.
here.
Yep.
Oh,
28 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yep, got that much.
And you are engulfed. So you are blinded and restrained and unable to breathe. But we can deal with that next time if it is still standing, that is. So everyone sees Ghost get engulfed by this thing as it starts crawling over him. But that's the end of its turn, and we come to Puck.
If you could all stop getting trapped, that'd be great. Puck. Oh man, I want to just take out these other two behind, but I think they're not really an issue at the moment. So yeah, just gonna shoot it again.
All right.
That's like a 20 something or other
Sure.
to hit, and I'll put a sneak attack into that.
Go for it.
1, 2, 3. I need another. Yeah. That's better. That is 16 plus, so 20 points of piercing.
Very good.
And then I'll shoot it again.
Go for it. Go for it. It's looking like it's coming to pieces now. It still has a hold on Ghost, but the rest of it is falling apart.
Actually, sorry, just a quick check. How far away is that guy? Too far. Cool. All right, that's fine. Yeah, and I'll just, shoot it again. Another 16, so that's another 24 to hit. And then 10 points of piercing.
Nice. Chopping off bits, it's becoming weak. It's starting to lose its grip on things. You see even the vines start to loosen around people, but they still are technically restrained.
Yeah, and I don't know if it can understand me at all, but I'll just say leave or die.
You see that it doesn't really speak English.
Yeah, fair enough. Common. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I'm standing next to Hera. I'm also just checking my 6, making sure that those things behind aren't getting too close. But
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'll just say where I am. That's fine.
Cool.
That's my turn.
1 is left, and 2 are left. 1 is going to attack Envy with a 13 to hit. That is a miss, I believe. And the other one is going to throw a spear at Hera. That is a 14.
That's my AC. Yeah, that'll hit.
4 points of slash piercing damage.
He's still shielded?
No, it's been my turn since then. I was literally just thinking about that. I was like, am I still? No, I'm not. So 4?
Yeah.
Cool.
But that brings us to Ghost, who is engulfed. So you are blinded, restrained, and unable to breathe. Must succeed on a Constitution saving throw at the start of each of the mound's turns.
Cool. So I have at least a turn.
Yeah.
Completely forgetting I have cantrips until now.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to mind sliver it from inside. So you see that within the branches, this like soft red pulse.
Do you have to be able to see it?
Its.
You have to be able to say it.
I can't breathe in. Could definitely breathe out.
It's the...
you can see within range. Yeah.
Unfortunately, you can't see anything at the moment.
Never mind. That's okay. Let's just
I've got
pull the
cantrips.
gun
I
up
can't
right
use
next to my ear. Brace myself for the hearing damage and fire the gun straight upwards.
Oh, good God. I don't know whether to add an effect in for that.
Wait, but are you deafened?
Yeah, firing a gun right next to your ear.
In one ear, probably.
I'm going to say do a Constitution save with a DC of 10.
Nice.
If you fail it, you're going to be deafened.
That wasn't a great roll. It's a good thing my con saves are +6 for an 11.
Nice. It's loud though. It's super loud.
Yeah.
But what was the roll to hit?
Getting that? Oh, fucking terrible. 10.
It obviously just fired straight up into the ear and didn't hit anything on the way out. Just made a very loud noise.
Grand. So that's it. That's that. Envy can continue biting tiny
Sure.
tree folk. 17 to hit.
That'll hit. Give it damage.
10 points of force damage.
Very good. Still standing? Anything else?
Yep. Nope.
Alright, Molokov. Can choose to use an action to unrestrain yourself?
Otherwise, hits at disadvantage. Is that right?
That's right, yeah.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. Just seeing if I can make him make saves. Really? I could do that again. Tell you what, I think I might. Yep. Pulls a chain again and almost just leaning forward into the vines so
Yep.
that all 3 bolts fire off straight into its face.
Is that oh, they don't roll to hit, do they?
No, they just.
So, because I was going to say they're ranged, but range is disadvantage at melee combat, but they don't roll to hit, so go for damage.
So 4 and 1 plus 2, so 7. Fucking love getting 7 on the double. And then only 1 more. 3, 4. So a total of 11.
11. Nice. You
Force
lean forward
damage.
and they just boom, 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 boom. And you feel the vines around you kind of like weaken before they tighten in almost a last ditch effort. It's getting down there. It's looking hurt.
Alright. Still got some temp HP, so don't need to do that yet. I will stand defiantly, still tied up, I guess.
Nice. Hera.
I think I'm just going to do the same thing as last time. Take a step forward and sort of get in. And I'm just going to toll the dead again on him. Another wisdom save.
Wisdom save, yep.
Yeah.
Is Toll the Dead ranged?
I think it's got 60 feet. Yeah,
So-
60.
Do you need to move in?
I suppose not if we're already touching.
Yeah.
There. Yeah, forget that.
Ooh, that's a 7. With his +0 to wisdom.
That's a bit better. That's gonna be 24 necrotic damage.
24 necrotic damage. Ghost, you feel the vines tightening around your neck, around your mouth, and you are reaching the point where you're about to gasp for air, and your lungs are kind of crushing in before you get the taste of burnt leaf in your mouth as this thing just starts to disintegrate around you. 24 is enough to take it out. So everyone becomes unrestrained, and you gasp for a breath of air.
Oh, fuck.
Because it was its turn next, and what is it? 3d8 plus 4 damage you would have taken.
Good grief.
Is it a construct or an undead? I would assume not.
Large plant.
I know. I wondered if it might have been a construct. Okay, that's cool. I'm going to also use, as I'm sort of dropping the spirit shroud, going to pull some energy in from it, and I'm going to use the Grim Harvest
Oh,
to regain some hit points as well off of killing that.
That's such a awesome name.
Yeah.
Grim Harvest.
Yeah.
Oh, that's metal.
so yeah, as the vines are disintegrating around Ghost, you basically, before they hit the ground, do a Skyrim Dragonborn as they all start flowing into you, making her almost appear as a druid as these flowers and stuff just die around her, and then some of the wounds start closing.
A big fucking walloping bruise on my eyes, slowly going down.
Yep. But the shambling mound is dead as its carcass sits just over here. But there still is a couple of problems left to deal with. So, Puck, you're up. Unless you got anything
Yeah,
else
the one-
here?
No.
Alright, Puck, go for it.
The one that's with Envy is hurt, right?
That's correct.
And the other one is not hurt?
Yes, it has not been hit.
Yeah, cool. All right, well, I'm going to steady aim and shoot the one up the top.
Uh-huh.
So that gives me advantage on the roll. The best of those is a 19 on the dice plus 9, so 20, 28.
Yep.
And I'm going to sneak attack hit that one. That is 6, 10, 14, 20 points of piercing.
Nice, take it right out.
And I'm going to Wails from the Grave
Oh, very good.
to slam across and hit this guy with some necrotic energy. And I believe, just got to double check how much it is. Wails from the Grave is 2d6. Which I'm hoping is enough. It's only 5.
That's enough. It'll take it out, which pulls us out of combat.
Yeah, this ghostly scream echoes in its head and it just sort of withers down and starts to decompose as well.
Love it.
Swear to God, Hera, if you knew that was going to happen, you could have just warned us.
No, that's not fair. It's not like it's a sacred plant or anything. I didn't know that we were going to get sucked into a bunch of leaves.
As he's scolding you, he's looking you over. How fucked up do you look?
To be fair now, not like super fucked up, but you can see I've healed and definitely still have like a big cut on my lip and like kind of a swollen black eye.
He sort of flicks you a capsule. Yeah, he'll flick you a capsule for you to bite down on.
As you flick the capsule, you hear "yeah" as Garunda phases in and stabs one of the ones on the ground with a little makeshift dagger. Great work, team. Great work.
Thanks for the help.
No worries. He just kind of brushes himself off and wipes the sweat and gets back up onto Leclerc.
I think we should all...
8 points of
All the
healing.
hard work.
That was eight points of healing for Hero.
Yep. Yeah.
We should all do some training, I think. We've definitely found our weakness. We suck at strength saves. Puck's going to look down at just the blood dripping from his hands and all right, do we keep moving? Is there anything to check over here?
Hold up.
Up to you, look.
Let me sit down for a minute. I'm on 6 hit points.
Malikov pays attention to Hero while Ghost is just off to the side.
I was thinking that I'm pretty sure that I think maybe myself and Ghost are more hurt than Hera.
That's perfect party dynamic though. Just walk past him.
Yeah, I love that.
Hero, you've got a little bit of a cut lip.
I'm not too bad. I'm okay.
Suddenly, as Puck says that, he's like, do you want one too? Not even noticing that you're cut. It's like, out of curiosity, do you want?
Hey, are you so cute? Why are you so cute? I'm just hold on. It just draws one of the celestial symbols across the side of his face. I'll just use my healing hands ability.
Sure.
And also spend a minute casting Mending on Envy.
Very nice.
That'll be 9 points of healing for you, Puck.
How much is healing hands?
As Molokov feels very guilty for a second.
I love that.
I think it's safe to say we need to stick as much as we can to the path, but don't really know how thick this bush is going to get. Might not be so clear.
Supposedly we know which direction to head. We look for some more clearings, perhaps. I could ask Patrick to sort of scout ahead up in the sky.
Gurinder
It would
will
be helpful.
chime in and go, have I miscounted? Who in the world is Patrick?
Oh, my friend. I'll reach into my bag and pull out young Patrick.
Yeah, this thing.
It's just a
Like holding it by the neck. Like
Patrick is like, yeah.
like holding it like you'd hold a banana, just like
Oh. Gurinder kind of looks shocked at the same time and pulls out a notepad and just starts like sketching Patrick. Patrick is in and labels it Patrick.
this is our helpful little friends that we have here. I
Right.
mean, you know the general direction, it seems, couldn't it?
Yes. We need to keep heading east, which gives a quick look around and think this way.
Are you following any sort of map of such, or it just like
No,
mental one?
just a mental one.
Gotcha.
Well, I hope we end up where you're going.
Have no fear. I never not end up where I need to be.
Yeah, I think the whole party's like thinking about that.
As he- as he-
for a second, it's like,
Gets up on Leclerc and starts heading east. Clearly having taken no damage and carrying on forward. Are you sending Patrick out, Hera?
Yeah, once we've got like a general direction, I guess, and the group sort of is making a move, I'll tell Patrick to sort of fly forward. Sort of, I'm not going to be like communicating with him or anything, but just sort of fly forward and then fly back and then keep checking where we are and keep sort of checking we're going in the same direction, I guess.
Yep.
We seem to be deterring from our sort of direction for him to come and sort of circle around us and lead us back to the right sort of direction.
Yep.
And I guess checking for any clearings or anything anything that looks like a road or a pathway.
Sure. Trying to go the safest route.
Yeah.
Okay. So Patrick can give me a. Yeah, you can choose. You can do a survival check, straight. Oh, sorry, a disadvantage from Patrick's interpretation, or you can do a perception check from Patrick and just go off that.
That's tough. What is his perception? I have that up. Well, the disadvantages. Risky business.
Yeah, it's like
and
interpreting what he's saying and making an assessment yourself, or getting him to pick
Yeah.
up more details as a straight perception roll.
No, I think I'll just go with his perception.
Okay.
Because I'm less involved with it and more trusting him to relay anything important. So it's not terrible. 19.
19. Okay. 19. Yeah, nice. So, as you get back on the path, as it could be called, occasionally Patrick will fly off and then report back and start guiding you kind of around a bit of thick shrub, guiding you to a little bit of a small clearing where maybe a larger dinosaur once rested. It's kind of cleared a couple of trees away, so you can walk through that. And with a 19, it's pretty accurate. There's a couple of places where he's obviously missed some fallen trees, some fallen branches and stuff, and it takes you guys a little while to clamber over them and get Envy and well, Swiftscale's probably quite easy on foot in this environment. But nevertheless, you do navigate the jungle for the rest of the day. As it starts becoming evening, you notice that the temperature once again starts to cool off. The insects and birds start to become quiet, and Garunda will kind of halt up Leclerc and turn back to the party. I think we're getting close. I'm not sure what to expect, but maybe we should all stick close together and make sure none of us get hurt. You see, there's a slight little bit of worry in his eyes. Patrick will then fly back to you here, and you get the sense that he says 100 feet, kind of just past the next line of trees, is an opening. Buildings. Village. Empty.
Good work, my little friend.
Did you
Never
just
fucking
put him
did.
back in the bag? Patrick
So,
willfully just
yeah.
gets shoved back into a bag. You
Seems
then
lovely.
hear the slight noise of a scribble as Garunda just jots that down.
The pseudo dragon's just watching from my shoulder. Like,
I think
Um,
from the top of Swiftscale, it's like 100 feet. It's like, that's 30 meters away.
Like
Like
just
behind,
past
behind the
the
next tree.
just past the next, like, whatever the distance is.
Yeah.
I will, yeah, sort of turn to Grundy. Well, it seems you have quite the map up in your head there. Sounds like Patrick's seen us just over not too far from here. I suppose it sounds like it's empty though. Doesn't look like there's anybody there. I think we still proceed with caution, though.
Yes, I agree. It's starting to get dark, and we don't know what comes out at night.
That's a very fair call. Anyone bring torches?
I have this, the little dagger of light,
Nice.
and a lamp.
Molotov
Oh, Brenda, you've got
turns a
yours.
little cog on the shield and it lights up.
I can see fine at night time. It's a feline thing.
As can I. Not a feline thing.
Yes, well, if any of you have spare torches to pass around, I would be very grateful. Garunda kind of is looking
You remember
through his
that
bag.
trade we made?
Yes, what did you give me?
Cracked drift globe.
Oh, yes. Pulls it out. Maybe not just yet. Puts it back in the bag.
Told you it'd be handy on your journeys.
Of course. Well, lead on.
I shoot a sideways glance to Puck. Yep. Wander on forwards.
Start moving forward.
Yeah, follow along.
As you and Puck lead the party just over the next kind of ridge of trees, you see in front of you another small village of sorts, although this one looks like it has had a little bit more population. You see buildings set up around the place. They're not huts. They're definitely made from, like, they almost look like wood cabins. And then in the center of this is what almost looks like a library kind of structure. A bit more stonework, bit more like refined woodwork. And on top of it is the griffin symbol of House Jarosco. Can I get a perception check from you and Puck, please?
I'll as we were approaching the village, it would just be casting guidance on myself just to like clear my state of mind. Like, okay, I need to be aware here.
Sure.
18.
18.
21.
21. All right. Between the two of you, you do notice that, like, because it's quite a big clearing. There's no trees in the center of this village or anything. It's almost a circular clearing. You can see the other side of it. It doesn't go on forever, but you do notice that you can see the mountain. You can see the sky, and noticeably the sun is setting, and it is getting almost like mid-evening at the moment. Like you've got quite a limited time left with any daylight, but you can still see fine at the moment. Having a look around the village, there is no movement. It almost eerily feels still. Feels like it's almost like a snapshot of time. It's not destroyed. It's not ruined. But you can tell that a couple of the lawns are a little bit overgrown. There's some buckets and stuff outside some of the cabins that look like they should have been brought in at the end of the day. It almost looks like a snapshot of life in this village with all the people removed. There are no lights on that you can see. But the thing that you both notice is that there seem to be tracks in the dirt and mud. It's like wheels. Two wheels, maybe a body length apart. And they look... fresh is probably the wrong word, but they look like they haven't had time to really sink into the mud. And they zoom all over, they crisscross from each other. There's not thousands of tracks, but it looks like there has been movement here within the last month, week, maybe.
This seem eerily similar to the wastes. Kind of a frozen moment in time.
They did say they left this place behind after Arturo left.
Shall we have a bit of a look around? Make sure it's all safe. I'll certainly rest better knowing I've checked it out.
You go ahead and scout the buildings. I'll see what where these tracks led to.
All right.
I'll say as well, the others are kind of just behind you. They're not... you didn't leave them behind, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Going to make sure it's safe for us.
And I'm gonna sort of investigate and follow where the tracks lead and see if it looks like it like sort of came in, darted around, and then left, or just potentially still here, gone deeper in.
You can give me a survival check then. And Puck, what are you doing?
I'm going building to building, looking for clues as to was anyone here recently. You know, is there any disturbed like dust or stuff anywhere? Like every building, every room, crossbow at the ready, kind of. Yeah, really like giving it a thorough search.
Sure. You can give me investigation then. Ghost?
Should have swapped places. Really good for me. 21.
21. You see Puck kind of take off in one direction and you start tracking these tracks. You determine that they are definitely attached to the same mechanism. They stay the same distance apart no matter which way they go, so almost like a cart with two wheels on it or something, but it's not that wide. It's kind of, if you did like this pose, that's where the two tracks would be. But you follow them around and they crisscross across each other, and you determine that there's about 3 or 4 different ones that they do intercept, and that's kind of gets confusing at times, but the more you kind of look at it as a holistic picture, you see that there's about 3 or 4 of them moving around, no more than that.
And is there any point where it almost seems like they come to a point and then pivot like this? Like they've just left a half dome and continued moving?
Yeah, I think you would find that. And you might cross paths with Puck at some point along this, but you see that they go to the houses and then pivot. They don't seem to go up into the houses.
Mm.
Meanwhile, Puck, what did you roll?
It's a 27.
20. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, I got a +8 too.
Yeah, nice. As you go from house to house, you see that they were used as different facilities. There is definitely a sleeping quarter. There's some bunk beds in there, tables and stuff. Are you going in, or are you just kind of peering in the windows?
I'm going room to room.
Yep, cool. You see that like the bunk beds have little trinkets and stuff in them, nothing of worth. But you find, one of those little pocket picture things, but the pictures have faded and not got anything in them. You see that the comfort level is reasonably high. It looks like anyone's staying here. They're not just like barracks of bunk beds and stuff. Like they are bunks, but it looks like the sheets are of fine cloth, and the heating is, the insulation of the cabins is enough to keep it cool when it's hot and hot when it's cool. You move to another one, and again, maybe past Ghost at some point, but there's a barracks, a room full of grain and fruits and food and crop from the jungle, bananas and such, and they look of good quality. Some have rotted away, but they look like they were, reasonably sized. They look like they had good quality to them. You move to another one, and it seems like a almost recreational room. There's whatever everyone's equivalent is of a ping pong table in the corner. There's a couple of leather couches, a library shelf that has you kind of scan over them quite quickly, but they seem to be stories rather than educational pieces. At this point, you probably meet up with Ghost, as the last room to check is the library-looking building in the center. And Ghost, I was just going to mention as well, you notice that all 4 tracks lead back to that door.
Mm.
But it is closed.
Is it
There's
a single story?
It appears to be, yes.
Okay.
Also, with a 27, you will find a 4th cabin that seems to have rows and rows of... it seems like this is the pharmacy. It's got a lot of tiny little health potions, which could be worth something if you collect them all together, but like little tiny vials of them that would, in mechanic terms, restore 1 or 2 hit points each, kind of thing.
Okay. I will definitely mention that to Ghost, but yeah. Did you work out what the wheels were for?
it's weird. I thought they were cart tracks, but there seems to be 4 independent sets that kind of went from building to building and then stopped and turned. Almost like it was hard to say, like a chariot.
Like some kind of automaton doing a search?
Can I rack my brain, DM, to figure out if I've ever heard or seen of any old war automatons that were wheeled and charioted?
Yeah, give me a history check.
Oh, like a Warforged centaur.
That'd be great. History plus 4, so 12, 16, 20.
20. You didn't see any in your days on the front line, but as an artificer and as a mechanic yourself, you can't see why you wouldn't. It wouldn't be possible to put wheels instead of legs. It would have its purposes. It's not far fetched.
Yeah. Yeah. Either way, they all 4 tracks lead back to that door. The library.
Well, it sounds like something was being delivered from there.
Or something left behind. Who knows?
Could be a little hound
What
cart.
did you say about that pharmacy?
Lots of small potions and nothing of great healing, but I suppose enough for tests, if that's what you were doing.
Alchemist would probably be the fantasy term, not pharmacy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apothecary.
Apothecary.
Apothecary, that's the one. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna read the hell out of that. Hang tight for 5 minutes.
Yep. Pucky's not going to do that. once you disappear, he's going to go start looking through windows and are there windows and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to go try and peek through windows and search for any footprints or anything recent around the outside of this building. He's probably not going to go in.
Oh, for the library?
Yeah.
Yep, sure. We'll come back to that. Ghost, what are you doing?
Raiding the crap out of this apothecary.
Oh, sure. So you go in and you open the door, and Puck was right. There's shelves and shelves of these tiny little vials, like shot glasses almost. And most of them are healing. You can determine that, but there are a couple of others that seem to be under the shelves and in the drawers and stuff that have a different tinge of color to them and such. But if you want to give me a medicine roll to see what you can get from here, if you are just starting to put them into bigger vials, if you're just trying to grab a couple.
I think for the time being, I'm just definitely grabbing like a decent handful of all of these various healing ones. Any of them that look interesting, I'll grab them. I'm just stuffing them all into the bag of holding at this point.
Sure.
And I'll kind of stop and look around and go, so where would you hide the good stuff? And like try to look for like that hidden panel or like a lockbox or something like that.
Okay, well, instead of a medicine,
I'll do the medicine.
If you're going to do that, then you can give me a investigation check.
Well, I just rolled a natural 20.
Well, there you go.
For a 27.
Cool. So, why don't you roll me? Why don't you roll me 2d20?
Ooh. That is an 11 and a 3.
So you can add 14 points of healing, and you can distribute them however you wish. So you can make a potion of 10 and 4, or whatever you want, but you have 14 vials of 1 HP.
Yep.
And you kind of look around, there's some other ones that, maybe it's to add on to food, maybe it's to slow down some poison or stuff like that, but unfortunately it's nothing mechanical, game-wise, not envy-wise. And then, as you kind of look around, you notice a kind of back counter where, funny enough, there's no money in there. There's no gold or anything. It's not like this was selling potions. It was more a store for them. But it's at least a place where they started to keep documentation of what was going in and out. And as you kind of shuffle some papers around, you notice that the cabinet that it's on is just ajar from the wall a bit. You kind of put your fingers around the edge and give it a tug, and it slides out a bit. And in there you find something similar to what you've seen before, where Puck took this grey, smoky substance, and a couple of vials of what looks like something to ease people into a rest or a slumber.
So similar to the ever smoking
Yeah,
bottle. Oh, or the sleeping
Had-
gas.
Essence of ether.
yeah.
Oh, essence of ether. What is that?
Basically, when inhaled, you fall unconscious.
Gotcha.
It's like, and I think it's not even like inhaled. It's just if it's in the space with you, like you can't hold your breath against it either. It just goes in through like
Yeah.
the tear ducts and
Yeah.
the mucous membranes and all this sort of stuff.
So, for game-wise sake, you do find one vial of that will fill a 5-foot square.
Yep.
The rest have seemed to be cracked or opened and doesn't seem to be in high use.
Gotcha.
So yes, you can add one vial of essence of ether.
Wonderful. Do any of the papers on the desk have a date on them? Like if there was that inventory checklist of what was coming in and out, like the
Yeah.
last entry sort of thing?
I would say the last entry was about 2 months ago.
2 months. Okay. Cool.
As you kind of look over this, before we go back to Puck, Molokov and Hera, are you doing anything?
I think probably as they were all setting up and doing their rounds of investigating and going through the buildings and all of that, probably would have almost getting a nod from, I'm assuming, Hera and
You're under.
our small friend, Garuda. Probably just start a short rest.
Sure.
Sort of once we figure out that first immediate area
It's safe.
is safe. Yeah, probably settle down for a bit of a rest because it sounds like at least at this point we're probably about half an hour in anyway.
Uh-huh. And Hera?
Yeah, short rest would sound lovely, but I don't know if I'm technically resting. I suppose we would have been behind them when Puck and Ghost first started scoping and everything to check that it's all safe. Would have probably still been like edging forward a little bit, waiting for the all clear, and then once we sort of got the all clear, they sort of are still sort of investigating and snooping around, but I've probably just sort of got my eyes on what I'm assuming is the hall, and probably just sort of slowly walking closer and closer to it, waiting for the rest of the group to sort of nod that we're opening the door, sort of thing. But if time is sort of still going on, and I get to the foot of the stairs, I'm probably just going to be standing at the foot of the stairs, looking up at the door.
All right. That will time nicely as Puck, you round the building and peer into the windows and such like that. In the inside, it looks abandoned again, but this one is more looks like there's been a rush. There are books left open on the ground, but they're like not just on the tables, but on the ground. It seems like it's not a library as such, but more a facility. There seems to be different rooms that you peer into that are kind of locked off from the other ones that have almost medical tables on them with some tools. There are shelves of books and vials and such. You peer into some windows that look like offices. And as you're walking around, you discern that inside the door from the inside is not locked. It will be able to be opened if you just push it. And the most noticeable thing... Sorry, your investigation roll was 27 or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the last one. You didn't ask me for one for this bit, but
That's right.
if that's carrying over 27.
27, yeah. Kind of looking in from the back, you see that there is a statue that is... It's almost made in the form of the griffin from House Jurosco, but it's not made in a way that's like everyone's worshipping this. This is not a church you're looking into. It's just kind of almost an insignia being like, this is our house. But from looking from behind it, you see that there is a trap door that, coming in from the front of the library, will be hidden. But looking in from the back, you can kind of see it there. Continue round, and you meet Hera by the door.
There's a trapdoor at the back. Behind the statue.
Yeah, it's inside, at the back.
Oh, inside. Sorry, I must have said. Yep.
So like you're looking through the window and you
Right,
see it,
that makes
but if
sense.
you'd just come
Sorry,
through
yeah.
the front door, you wouldn't have noticed it.
Yeah, understood. Yeah, I didn't see anyone in there. It looks like whoever was here left in a bit of a rush, but I mean, we should be able to go in pretty safely.
Well, we can't see anybody in there doesn't mean we're not going to encounter anything.
True.
They might be in there, but just not in their hair. You know what I mean?
I still think probably need to go in at some point, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
I'll say that Ghost is coming out there as well.
Shall we go in?
Just watch out for whatever left those tracks.
Puck will pull the mask down. Yeah, crossbow drawn. And just gently open the door and try and go in.
Sure. As you...
He's probably searching for traps as well as he like scanning for traps.
Okay, give me a perception check then.
At this, I will definitely give up on the short rest and
Yep.
not let everyone go in alone.
Sorry, what was the...
Perception.
Okay. Perception is a 16.
16, nice. As you open the door, it definitely creaks. It hasn't been open for a while. And the creak echoes throughout the facility in front of you. But as you're checking around, you don't notice anything snap, you don't notice anything trip or anything. And the door eventually opens enough so you can all fit in. As you walk in, you then see this hall in front of you. And you imagine that, probably Ghost, you think this thought first, you imagine that as someone injured, this is where you would be brought. This is where you could, there's a little bit of a rest area off to the side, but then there's obviously rooms where you are seen to get treatment. You notice the griffin at the end of House Jurosco, but something feels off about the place. It almost feels too welcoming. That's your thought, Ghost. The rest of you walk in and you do see a couple of beds and such. They look nice. They look comfortable. There's art around the wall. Art of all over Khorvaire. Moments in history. It almost seems not too subjective to any which way. There is no... Like, it's not all of the Sovereign Host. It's not all of the Church of the Silver Flame. There are a couple of religious pieces up there, but they don't dominate the decor. Yeah, you all found yourself in the entranceway. Garunda at this point is kind of hanging around outside, taking in the building, jotting down a few notes. He's just noting it down. But go on, Ghost.
Is it akin to when you walk into the House of Jorosco in Star Alaska, where you kind of have, obviously that's bigger, but they had a reception area and then they had rooms off to the side where you'd actually see a medical professional kind of thing?
Yeah, it does definitely reflects that. It's not the same layout, but it definitely reflects that.
But it just seems too welcoming.
Puck is going to head over to the trapdoor.
Sure, you go
Okay.
right to the back around the statue, and yeah, clear as day, you can see it there. Seems it
Just
goes
want to have
down.
a quick look at the griffin as well. Just make sure it's all above board. He probably. I'm not sure if he's necessarily. It's up to you if he's picked up on things not being quite right, but he's certainly very suspicious of Jurasco at this point.
Yeah,
He's
for sure.
not really trusting anything.
Looking at the statue, it's made of stone. Seems pretty above board.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have a look at the trapdoor and check out traps and see if I can open it.
Sure.
And call over anyone else if they want to come have a look.
Yeah.
Because I'm intending on going down soon.
Oh, good.
Hey,
Go on, Ghost. Nothing. Cool. You move around. It's definitely not trapped, but it does seem that it is locked. Unsure of where the key would be. Ghost, you would probably recognise, and Puck did pick up on this as well. Very faint lines approach this trapdoor.
Like tripwire kind of thing.
Sorry, tracks, lines.
faint tracks, yeah.
Okay.
I just got a weird feeling about this place. Hold on, maybe this will help. I will pull out the gem of true seeing.
Oh, sure.
Sort of give it a shake, tap it on my shoulder, and then
Have a look around. Cool. 120 feet, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what are you going to see first? As you look around the room, everything does seem very straightforward. You can see behind all the doors there are different little rooms that look like they have tables in them. They look like they have a desk that a doctor or mage or something would sit at. There are a couple of tools that you normally see when visiting a healer and stuff. But you see, each room has a cabinet that has the same thin vials that you found in the hidden cabinet behind it, within them. And the more you look around, the more you kind of guess that these rooms are more for preparation. But you can't quite understand what for.
Hmm.
You know, this is a house of healing. This is a place of recovery. You look around, you do notice that Puck is looking at a trapdoor, and you see that stairs go down. But they kind of go down just far enough that you can't quite get what's under them, but you can see that there is at least structural beams in place that is holding up something that is underneath this library, this facility.
Can I determine how the locking mechanism open, or where the activation or keyhole
Sure.
might be?
Yeah, I would say that you see that the trapdoor has just a keyhole lock on it. And I guess with true sight, that kind of, it reveals things, doesn't it? So
I mean, yeah, can't remember exactly what true sight allows you to see.
Yeah, it's a keyhole that fits a key device, but you can't see the key device within this building.
Gotcha. But anything weird? Because it allows me to see into the ethereal plane. So I suppose, is there any weird ethereal concentrations here, or it all seems kind of normal?
I'm going to say you don't see anything specifically,
Yeah.
but you get the sense, almost like you did in the caves, that just outside of your peripheral vision, something seems to be near to this plane. But there is no entity in the ethereal plane that you can see.
Cool.
Seems to just be brushing past.
So this Molokov, does this seem weird to you at all? Just goes to House of Healing. I found these in the other building, the apothecary, but these other rooms are full of them. Why would you have such minor medicinal potions? It doesn't seem right for if you were trying to heal someone or help someone. It's almost like it's a staging ground.
Well, to me, it looks almost like maybe this place was sick and they were distributing their, to us, a small health potion is not much, but to the common person, that's all the difference.
It's not like they're set up to have a horde of commoners around here.
No, but perhaps on the other side of the spectrum there, Molokov, to a very uncommon person, sort of have a look at one of the vials. This would probably be enough to keep them alive, but unconscious. Small
Shiver
dog.
goes down ghost spine.
It's enough, to keep someone stable. Did you also say you found? Did you also say you found vials of what was similar to what was in the mountain for the inducing of sleep?
So I will say it's not similar to the poison that was in the mountain. It's similar to the essence of ether that Puck found.
Got it.
And he biff through the crack in the portal.
Yeah. Yes, they do achieve the same thing, but they had two different substances.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have. I will mention that as well. Yeah, this too. Keep them asleep, barely alive.
Still functioning, but not a threat as such.
There's a set of stairs leading from that door, Puck. Can't see a key anywhere though. You'd have to pick the lock.
That was the plan. I'm going to start working on that while you guys chat.
Okay.
You don't. I hate to say it.
I love to hear it.
It almost sounds like Jarosco was collecting their own set of sacrifices, much like the changelings were. Do you think they were trying to perform another ritual at this, what is potentially another gate? Surely they wouldn't let us come here.
They said it wasn't a gate, it was like a window, right?
Don't believe there's a gate here, no. I think
This is on their word.
perhaps it is less less sacrificial, like what we believe the changelings were doing, but perhaps this was their method of communication. Maybe they were doing it in their own safe sort of way. I don't know how this mirror works as such, but to have someone on either side is definitely a way to know that communication is getting through.
And do all of these, like obviously looking through the doors, but do all of the staging rooms in this first level all look the same, or is there one larger than another with like a work desk or something like that?
They're all the same.
All the same. Yeah.
They all have the bed in there, the filing, the cabinet with the files on top. There is no central office or anything.
Imagine that's probably underground. Era, maybe give me a hand. Go collect more of these. You don't mind looking after Pug, Molokov?
Little eyebrow raises while he's fiddling with the lock.
Yeah,
Well, there's
Molokov
always-
dares not answer that question.
I'll try and enter one of the staging rooms and etc.
Sure. Here are you going with him?
Yeah, I will. I suppose I'll probably say to God, do you want me to assist you, or should I check the other rooms as well?
I mean, we can work our way through, but just kind of want your opinion.
Okay. I'll follow Ghost and
Okay. Give me an
Yes.
investigation, Ghost.
That is a 19.
19. You go through a couple of rooms, find odd bits and bobs of things like stethoscopes and empty dragon shards of that are not worth collecting, like tiny little ones that have obviously got a little bit of magic in them. But one you do find on the desk next to the bed, almost it looks like one of those calendars that office people in corporate world put on their desk, little reminders,
Little flippy
next to them.
things. Yeah.
And on it says the inner strength will heal you. It's almost like a get better card. Your inner strength will heal you.
Is it an unusual phrase, or is that something I've
It's not
heard
one
or
you've,
seen? And
not one you've heard before, but
no.
it's kind of one of those, like the image next to it will be like a farm or something. Like it's got nothing to do with the quote, but it's almost something that if a patient came in, they can see it, they can feel a bit rest assured, kind of thing. And it does have the Jarosco stamp on the bottom.
Flip the page or open the card, as it were. And, inner strength. This is all weird.
you think it's some sort of code, perhaps, or just inspiration?
Not one I've heard of. What the hell was that Euro up to? That central statue.
Yeah.
Was it a recognizable figure?
It's the house symbol of Jarosco,
Oh, it's just a house symbol, right?
which is
Understood.
the griffin.
Any weird question? Anything up with its eyes? Like the griffin's eyes, like are they?
Yeah. Pike did investigate it as well, but yeah, it's just complete stone.
Cool.
Here, as you're looking through these rooms with Ghost, they each have little, tiny little bookshelves with a couple of tomes on them. Most of them are pretty mundane medicine ones. You get the sense that a lot of the same rooms have the same tomes in them, almost to show off, like, how to heal cuts from the jungle. And it's like, oh, well, I'm obviously in the right place, kind of thing.
Yeah, I gotcha.
But a couple of them do catch your eye, and they're a bit more detailed, a bit more medicine based. Surgeries on the bones, or broken bones and ligaments, a dummy's guide, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
These guys.
Probably pay a bit of notice to the interesting books every now and then, and sort of raise an eyebrow, but definitely not paying a lot of attention as such to these books like I normally would with books, but probably watching over Ghost, going through everything as well, and I guess probably keeping an eye out for anything that might look like it's got like the stamp of Jurasco, that might look like it's like Artuno's
Sure.
research or work or anything like that. Maybe just like probably more looking for notes and paper than anything. It looks like it's not just strewn about but placed in places.
Give me I'll go and get an investigation solo from you for that.
Investigation solo. That's going to be 19.
19. There doesn't seem to be any of Artuno's work. The books start repeating. It looks like they've been issued en masse to this facility, but you walk back out to the center of the hall and you stub your toe on a tome that has been left on the ground. Kind of look down at it and pick it up and blow the dust off it. It's quite small. It seems to be written more as a very surface level book. But the title is Warforged, Born for Battle. And the reason you notice it's different is it is not a medical book, it is more a mechanical book.
Yeah.
A quick flip through will show you gears and triangles and angles and that kind of thing.
Volokov, you might want to have a look at this. You could get some ideas for your tinkerings. Well, perhaps you too, Ghost, actually. I'm not sure how much you guys know about these things, but here, have a look at this.
That will be my pleasure.
Puck, can you give me a lockpicking, which I think is sleight of hand, with your proficiency bonus, please?
Yeah. So I rolled it. I rolled it a while ago, but it's an 18 on the dice plus 8, so 26.
Nice. With ease, you pull out your tools and tinker around. Probably being careful of the traps. It takes a little bit of time, but you easily just... And you see that the door opens up for stairs to go down.
Is it dark down there?
It's pitch black.
Yeah, cool. Take out the little dagger,
Nice.
and I'm doing that cop thing where I've got like the dagger of light and my hand crossbow.
Very nice.
Is anyone coming with me?
You got this.
I think it's best we all stick together.
Follow him right behind.
All right, I'm heading down.
All right. What does your dagger emit for lighting?
The cantrip light.
Yeah, how far
I
is
think.
that?
I have to look it up.
10 feet of bright light, I think. 5 feet bright light, 10 feet of dim. 20.
Lights 20, and 20.
No, is that
Yeah,
is that the
20.
one I gave you?
Yeah.
It's slightly different. I believe it's
normally
5
20.
foot. It's 5 foot bright. magical tinkering. Yeah, 5 foot bright light, 5 foot dim light.
Yeah, cool. So very sneaky like.
It's a very little light. Yeah.
Yeah,
Very nice.
perfect. Perfect for a little rogue.
Okay. So, as you head down into this, you'll hear Garunda from outside be like, "Oh, I think I found something. I'm just going to sketch up these buildings." As he kind of is taking in the layout of the town, off in his own little world. The rest of the party kind of looks around, notices that the door is still slightly ajar, but then all of you head down the stairs into the dark. Now, I really hope this is going to work, as I have a little treat for you guys.
Yeah, go on. I'm waiting for this.
So, each of your characters should be able to see what they can see in the dark.
Hmm.
And if you highlight your character and move it around with the arrow keys, it will reveal areas as you move in. So, the room in front of you, you see
That's so cool.
That is fun.
a bookshelf down the end, and a complete stone column in the corner. Square column, I should say. Stone square column that is holding, looks like this room up. But the rest of it looks very rubble and broken. So, as you wish, you can move around the room. And yeah, you can add on a torch, which obviously gives you more light. People with dark vision will be able to see into the spaces with no light. And you should be able to see each other relevant to what light is on. So have a bit of a move around.
Sorry, how do we put a torch on?
So I've just put your one on. So if you move your
Okay,
character around, you
Yeah,
should
nice.
light up the... You can see that circle around you.
Yeah. Oh, that's so sick. I can't even
I
see the
will-
other guys when I leave.
Yeah,
I
so
love
so,
this.
so people will start disappearing if they leave your vision, which will
Right.
help with seeing and stuff.
Oh, that's so cool.
Can you
all
put
right.
a torch on me as I will activate the same effect on my shield and
Yep,
put a
so
10
10-foot bright
10
light.
bright, 10, yeah. 10 bright
Oh,
and
that's
10
so
dim.
cool. So if I go down here and bring Ghost down here. Oh, I can still see. All right, so you guys who have your own light, we can still see your light,
Yeah.
but not necessarily anyone else's.
Being the first one coming
Very cool.
down, are they? So there's lights on down here. Is that what you're saying? With those, are those just?
Yeah, they were put in just so no one came into a blank
Yeah, no.
room. But
Alright.
because we're having a little bit of fun with it, let me show you what it is when I turn them off. Off. Oops. There we go.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's sick. I like that. I like it. Leave them off.
So yeah, actually, let's say
because
they're off.
I-
Yeah, let's say they're
Yeah,
off
yeah,
because
no, that
pitch
makes
black
sense,
down here.
Cool.
And
The
because
first
I have
one,
dark vision, I can still see the outline of the room. Is that how that works?
Yeah, so I've turned on Explorer mode, which means you still can see things that you previously saw in previous rooms, rather than the whole map going dark.
Understood.
Yeah,
but
so-
if like an enemy moved into a space we can't currently see, they would be invisible to us.
that's correct.
Oh, that's so cool. I
So
love
yeah,
this.
it's a trial I'm doing with this room, but
Yeah, it's sick. I love
we'll
it.
have fun with it. So as you enter this room, you see before you the stone column holding the room up. You see a bookshelf in the lower right corner, and other than that, quite a lot of rubble and stuff around the room.
Puck's going to have a look at the. Well, he's just scope out the walls, basically trying to see is there anything like another room that comes off this, or is it locked behind rubble or that sort of stuff. So he'll probably come and start doing sort of a bit of that, moving around, or is there a way through the rubble, those sort of things.
Sure.
Yeah, checking for like hidden doors or all that kind of stuff too.
Sure. I will get a check from you in a second. What is
Yep.
everyone else doing?
I think I would just like to, if there are any torches on the walls, I'll just sort of give them a click
Yep.
to light them up. if there are any.
There are. I will put those back on.
See who good.
That's so cool.
And
Very cool.
another thing is it's not until you drop your token where you'll be able to see things, because otherwise what it used to be is you'd pick up your token and move it around and be like, oh, there's someone around that corner, come back. Cool. Can I get that investigation check from you, Puck, please?
Yep, that's a 15 investigation, 23.
23. Very good. So, if you come down here,
Mm-hmm.
you'll see that there is a little hole in the wall. As you see that some rubble, like some bricks and stuff, have laid on top of each other, and you kind of push one out of the way and it doesn't completely collapse. But crawling through, you see that there is a tunnel on the other side. So if I open this door...
Sick. There's a way through here.
Oh. Tight fits by the look, but I'm sure we can squeeze.
It is like it's quite a small tunnel. Everyone can fit through on their hands and knees, but you would be crawling.
Suppose if that's the way, that's the way.
I will lead on.
Sure. Anyone else want to do anything else in that room as we're coming through this tunnel?
I
No,
wanted
but
to.
Molokov not wanting anyone to see him struggle will come and will go through last.
I'll poke over Hera's shoulder and also start looking along the spines of these books.
Oh, sorry, I didn't catch that Hera was doing that. Can you both give me intelligence checks, please?
Oh, yes, finally. 22.
Check. It's only a 12.
12. That's still enough to kind of blow the dust off and recognize that these tomes come in a couple of different languages. Some you definitely don't speak. But it seems that this is definitely now about a 40-60 mix of more medicine books and a couple more engineering books. Ghost, you see as well that there are just the pinpoints of rails from behind the bookshelf over here.
Hey, I think there's something behind this. Puck. 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 Don't go too far.
It's like
I'll
40 at your shoulder.
further investigate the mechanism and kind of figure out that I think it slides north,
You would be correct.
and put all of my little muscles in behind it, and try and give it a push.
While
A pull, do you mean?
A pull? Yeah, sure.
Oh, I see. So no, you're pushing that way.
Oh, I mean,
Either way
if
works,
I
yeah.
come on the inside, yeah.
I think Hera was about to do something.
yeah, sorry, sort of seeing what Ghost is doing, I'm going to take a different approach. And I'm going to sort of take a step forward, and I'm just going to be sort of feeling along the tops of the books to feel if any of them don't feel like actual pages.
Oh,
And I'm essentially looking for what I imagine will feel like not a real book. And I'm going to feel for that to pull out as like a lever.
right. Give me a dexterity check. Hera.
Ugh. Dexterity check.
Or sleight of hand if that's any better.
Unlikely. Sleight of hand is exactly the same. That's a 9.
A 9. As you kind of reach across it, you feel the tug of the bookcase first, and as it tugs, you hear a click, clink, and that's when, just as it clicks, you feel the book right at the end feel like stone. But unfortunately, you did not pull that before Ghost yanked the bookshelf. And you hear the rumbling of the pillar behind you as it starts expanding out. And like clockwork, you see the gears inside the pillar moving. By the way, Puck, I'm just going to move you just a bit closer. Just for fairness' sake. As you guys see, this.
Oh, no, we don't.
And that is where we'll end today's session.
I thought I had shields.
Oh, get in the tunnel, boys. Get in the fucking tunnel.
Oh no.
It's fine. You all just get into the